All right, we're recording. Sara, hit me.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm excited to come to you. Okay, we are going to kind of go back to the basics. Too often, we aren't telling our audience what we're actually taking, what exactly we are taking. We may talk about the slim, or we may talk about this, we may talk about that, or we share testimonies, or we talk about the business, but we're not getting down to the actual meat, to the actual thing of what we're actually doing. Your regimen, yes, but here's the deal. I take like 20 of them. My audience does not need to know that. That is overwhelmed. If I see a post of somebody and they have all their stuff out, I'm like, I ain't taking that. That's too much. I want you to pick 3 or 4 of your absolute favorites, the things that you take every day, the things that relate to so many people, and we're going to put them in our stories and make a post about it. But I'm going to give you lots of tips about this. You don't have to have your face in this. I already posted this to my stories, and I'm going to on my Instagram. I haven't put it on my Facebook yet, for a reason. I want you to make sure that it's in front of something pretty, that it has good lighting, that don't make it like too crazy overcomplicated. Y'all, my kitchen backsplash is ugly. It is a hot mess ugly, and I do not use it very often. I do some because it's just where we are. It's our life. It's my kitchen. But instead, I put it on my kitchen table. I put my products on my kitchen table right where my fall, centerpieces, and I like put the products there, and it looked really good. But I want to teach you a couple little things about stories, just a few tips to get you going. I think the most important thing is on your stories to make something eye-catching or entertaining, something that draws them in as the first video. You know how you'll have we call it a storyboard, when you have several stories in a row that complete a story. So you may have one slide and then another slide and another slide, and each slide lasts 10 to 12 seconds. Well, that first slide, I want it to be funny or eye-catching, something. Find a meme on Pinterest. Find something that is funny that people are gonna be like, oh, I want to watch that, because that increases my views. Probably, like, if I have something really funny, I'll get like 400 views on my Facebook stories just on that, because it just brings people in. If I don't, I have like 150 to 200 views. It makes a dramatic difference in how many views I get. So this morning, you can go to my stories and see, I have this little video, and it's like, oh, that moment you walk into your house and you've just dropped all the kids off, and then you realize, and I put a little tap here because I want them to go to the next slide. My kids left their lunches. They left them on the kitchen counter, and that is real life stuff. That was super annoying, super frustrating, because then I have to go back out of the house and I, look awful, all the things. But so I've got that little bit of story, that storyboard that's 3 slides. Yours can be however many you want. It could just be 1 slide. But then I'm going to move into this. And when I create a story on Instagram, which don't follow me on Instagram, I'm not very Insta worthy. I'm not great at Instagram, but I do a good job on the stories. I make sure that if I'm creating a storyboard of the, more than 1 slide, that they all have the same filter and they have the same color and the same font. So like the font is the same, the color is the same, the filter is the same, because it's unifying that storyboard. Does that make sense? So I'm not trying to like be Lauren Thomas here. I'm not that cool, but this is a little tip that can really help you get more views get a little bit better, up your game just a little bit. So I want you to go back, but when you are talking about your products and you're showing each product, do not make each product over one slide. Does that make sense? When you are like, if you show the triplex, and you show a picture of it, you do one slide, or you show a video of the triplex, the next one, describe each product, but only do one slide per product, because then people are going to stop watching. It needs to be quick. It needs to be short and simple. I know there's so much information you could give. There's so many great testimonies, but you need it to be short and simple, or people are going to keep swiping and say, that's just too much. I ain't got time for that. That's just too much for me right now. But if I can catch one little bit, one little tip on why she's taking this product or what this does for her, then that draws them in. So that is your to-do for the moment, is to go and do a story and post it. And I want you today to make an actual Facebook post about your regimen, but make sure you keep it only 3 to 4 products, because we don't want to overwhelm them. Does that make sense? And keep your verbiage kind of short. All right, let me check the chat here. Let me know if you have any questions.
Sarah, I just put Emily Burgess's name in the chat, but if you go look at her stories right now, they are so good. She kind of shows how she makes her slim in her collagen and overcomes that objection of, I don't have time to add something to my life. If you go watch that, I feel like that's the perfect thing to replicate. And then maybe even once you've gone live in your stories about something that you do, then you could have those 3 slides you're talking about. And then I don't know if you guys, it used to be on that One Plexus, what is it called? Is it called One Plexus Instagram? Whatever that page is. I know there's the photos and graphics page, but it used to be there were always stories you could go grabbing from there, but I haven't seen as many lately. And I think we all can make our own. It's the easiest thing ever on Canva, just to put 3 stories together. And I'm guilty of like putting way too much information, but even Sally Lewis, I'll put her name too. Oh, is it really? Stacey? Because I just looked at it on Facebook. Double check. Maybe you're not Facebook friends with her. Are you?
Oh, I'm not Facebook friends, but I thought I would still see a story. No?
So weird, because I can see it in her stories right now. I don't know why.
Okay.
But Sally Lewis has in her highlights on her Facebook page, under her pictures, a couple of stories. And one of them is like a picture of her. And she did this overlay of wording in really pretty colors that match her shirt. And if you don't know how to do that, you can easily pick a color that matches your picture. She just puts like 10 things that the products have done for her. And I thought, man, that's really pretty, which makes me think of what you said, Sarah, about kind of keeping it in that same color scheme. So I'll put both of those in the chat as well. Oh, Leslie's put those in there and they haven't been released. Well, we'll give them to us, Leslie. Release them to us.
You can also go view my stories. I just put mine up.
Sarah, what's your Instagram handle?
Oh, girl, you don't want to follow me on Instagram. No, I'm just kidding. See, this is why I'm like, what is it? I don't know. It's like my name. I posted my stories on Instagram. I don't post it. Like, guys, do not follow my example. It's Sarah Randolph.
Randolph
Yes,
_
I had to look it up, y'all.
Sarah, I'm totally going to hold you accountable to making your Instagram amazing. Like you're going to need to just like do it because you have so much to share. It's good stuff.
I know. There's a whole thing on that. There's that could be an hour-long conversation.
Like counseling worthy or just like
No, just man, I just struggle. What does my audience actually, it's like, you got too many things. You're like, which one do I grab at? I don't know. And it was, yeah.
Yeah, Instagram's a different beast, that's for sure.
It is. I really rock at Facebook. Let me tell you that. I feel very confident on there.
You know what you're saying out loud though, don't you? When you say that, because I felt the same way. It means you are amazing at being an old lady. That's what Facebook is. It's like middle-aged women, and I'm like, I am one, but it's a stretch. I know. I'm with you, but I'm committed to making this work.
That is so good. I know you're doing awesome. You are doing fantastic with it. Yeah. You're making me nervous. You're stretching me. I have another thing for us to do, but I'm going to give you a few more minutes. I'm going to go take a picture of my products because I haven't actually done a picture to make my post. And then I'll be back and we're going to jump to something else. Yes, Sarah Marble, what problem can I help with, or what do I help solve? Yes, I completely agree. I don't know if you're referring to my Instagram woes, but I think that question or that little suggestion you put in there fits perfectly with that. Interlane, yes. Okay, I know we could go on and on with this, and you will have time later in today to work on your stories if needed. But we have 6 days until the greens is released, and I am really excited about this. This is going to be a fantastic product. I tried it in Mexico and it was yummy. Y'all, honestly, I wasn't super excited about greens when they showed us and told us what was that we were going to be getting it. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't drink greens. All the greens that I've tried are disgusting. And so I thought, okay, let's go try it out. My son even liked it. He was like, oh, mom, this tastes like juice. It's really, really good. And if your plan for this month is to rank up, to add extra people, or to hit a new goal, you can do this with greens. I promise. It is being released in 6 days. That is after all the subscriptions have already processed. So you will know exactly where you stand. And this is a 30 PV product, correct, Jennifer? It's a 30 PV.
Yeah, so I think the double pack, I think it is 50 and the single is 30.
Okay. All right. So you could rank up just from this greens. So what I want you to do is go and connect with all of your people that are customers or ambassadors with less than 100 PV. And people maybe that haven't ordered in a little while, I just want you to connect with them. We're not bringing up greens with them. We are simply talking to them as we would because they are our friends, right? And so we're just going to connect with them because when the greens are released, we're going to want to be shouting it from the rooftop. We're going to want them to try it with us. And if we're not continuing that friendship and we're not continuing to put into their love bank, then when we say, hey, I want you to try this, they're probably not going to do it. If we are always just taking and taking and taking from them, then that's not a very good friend. So we want to make sure that we're being their friend and we're connecting with them outside of these products. So that is what I want you to go do right now. Okay, I'm going to turn this over to Stacey, who is amazing. And I want to hear what Stacey's doing that Jennifer is not or something. I want to hear this story. So tell us, Stacey.
Oh, gosh. Well, thank you. And thank you for all of those ideas. You guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. You are totally my guinea pigs today. This is the first power hour, whatever, that I'm going to help lead. So here you go. But if you are like me, I want you to raise your hand or let me know in the chat. How many of you are terrified of your back office? Well, let me say I used to be, and I am getting so much better. We are becoming best friends, but I remember being terrified of my virtual office, that I would never look in there because you know what? It was like, oh, I don't really want to know what's happening. But I see some people nodding their head. All right. So we're going to look in our back office a little bit today, and we're going to look at some of those really scary parts that actually are super beneficial, because you know what? You are on these calls, and I recognize many of you from being on here every single Monday and Wednesday, but that tells me that you want to build your business, right? You're here because you want to build your business. And I probably in the last 6 months have realized that my back office is a gold mine. And I still call it the back office. I know some people call it the virtual office. So I'm sorry if you're like, stop saying that. I'll try to change. But let's take a peek at that. And the two places that we're going to look at, we're going to start with your perks report. Will you let us know, is that something you look at often? Your perks report? Some of you might be like, I have no idea where I would even find that. But let us know how often you look at your perks report. All right, some people are every day, daily. Oh, you guys are good. All right. So once you look at it, are you doing something with it, or you're just looking at it? Maybe doing a little bit with it too. Okay, so let's just take a little bit. I love how Jennifer's so honest. She's like, as little as possible. So I'm going to show you mine really quick, because you know what? Some of you might not want to. Like, let us know that it's something you just avoid or don't even know where to find. So let me share really quickly. Oh, nope. Can you make me a host, Jennifer, so I can share my screen?
Yes. Did it work?
It did. Okay. So my back office, in this area where it says my business, these are the two reports we're going to look at today and do a little bit with. So let's start with the perks report. I'm going to pull mine up here. And oh, that pulled up fast start. Hold on. I'm going to try to pull up the right one. What is it doing? Why does it keep jumping? Ooh, my computer might not like that I'm trying to share and show you. No. Fast start, that's not what I want. Okay, let me try it again. Well, see, this is what you get, you guys. Thank you for being my guinea pig. Hold on, I'm gonna stop share. Let's try it one more time. I might not be able to, I've never had that happen. I wonder if there's something going on. Can anyone get into there? Can someone try really quickly? You can get into it. It's just totally avoiding.
I see your post report, Stacey.
Oh, it is there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, sorry. Thank you. It's there. It just looked like it kept jumping to the other one. Okay. So we have some different things to just take a look at here. No, wait a minute. Okay. So like I have one that has a day to save 350. And then actually on my husband's, we have one that needs to, oh, right here. 1270 and he has 3 days. So I need to reach out to him today. So you want to take a look at the days to forfeiture and then the total perk credits to know how many credits that they could lose. And I actually don't talk about the credits as much as I do the amount of money. So yeah, sorting is the easiest thing to do, double clicking on the top there. But if you do that and you find that you have some that you need to reach out to today, I want to give you a message that I've used that seems to work pretty well. And then I know like Whitney's on here and she has a great message, but if you have a good message that you use, that you send out to people who are at risk of forfeiting their perks, would you include that into the chat? But go ahead and take a look at your perks report right now. Write down anybody who is showing that they're 1, 2, 3 days from where they're forfeit. Write down how many perks that they could forfeit. And so that 1,270 is equal to $127 in perks or in product credit that they might forfeit. So of course I want to let him know that. I actually have a virtual assistant that does this for me because again, remember I used to hate this part. Now I go in there and look at it also, that I've become more comfortable with it. But she looks on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. If you do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you're going to be hitting everyone and making sure you catch them before they would forfeit. So you can do it daily if you want to, but we have found that Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays works as well also. So let me grab a message that you could send.
I'm going to ask a question, Stacey, when you're ready. Tell me when you're
Yeah.
ready. Are you good?
Yes.
All right. So I'm just laying it out here. Here's why I don't do it. And maybe you can help me with this. It's the part where they say, oh, shoot, I don't want to lose that. How do I fix it? And then I'm like, oh, good gravy. It's the whole how to teach them to go either turn their subscription back on, which I don't even know if you can do that. Yep, that's what I just said. And do they have to like make a whole new one? I mean, it causes, and then what if they accidentally process it for that day? It's just like, it almost like causes me anxiety even talking about it.
Okay. So a lot of times I'm just going to help people directly with that. So I will say to them, I am happy to help you make sure you get that set back up so that you're not forfeiting those that credit. Would you like help? And most people do. A lot of times they don't understand. Plus in my team page, I've put information about perks. I've put a video about perks. When I send the message, which let me go grab that too. But when I send the message, it attaches a little video that's about perks that says this might give you some more information. So then I think that's super helpful. But a lot of times it's that people think that they have 100 PV because they're just looking at the dollar amount. And so it's helping them to understand what personal volume means and that it's going to be less than dollar amount. And so a lot of times it's just that I use it as a time to educate people on, perks and PV and all of that information. And most of the time they are so thankful that I've helped them to not lose that product credit. So I look at it as a service that I'm providing as customer service, not as a scary thing. So let me grab the verbiage.
Can I
and
say
will
one
be-
thing while you're getting that
Yeah.
verbiage? I was actually in a conversation yesterday with someone, and she said that depending on how many perk points you have, you can actually call customer service and they'll just place an order with your perk points. And granted, she had 2,000 perk points, and so she was able to do that. So I'm wondering if over a certain amount of perk points they have, they're allowed to do that, but they did not have to place an order. They just had to pay for shipping and redeem their perks. So I don't know, Jen, if you want to look into that too and see like what the actual details are for that, if being on, the advisory board or whatever, but that is that is something she actually did yesterday and confirmed that was, she had permission to do through customer service.
So it was no orders, there was no paid for product is what you're saying. And then
Yeah,
did
she
you
didn't have to
pay?
tack them onto her subscription, which my understanding was in order to redeem perks, you needed to put it on your subscription. When perks first came out, you had to put it on the subscription that was coming out next month. Like you had to redeem in September and they would ship with October's order. Now you can redeem within 48 hours of your subscription going out and the perks will ship with your order in 2 days. But then also, depending on how many perks you have, customer service can actually help you process that order and you just pay shipping and redeem your free perks.
I'll find
That
out.
is very interesting. I've never heard that.
Well, I was going to say, I'll find out if that's like an across the board thing or if that's a customer service agent that she got really lucky with.
Well, she
Right.
talked to two different people. She talked to two different people because she heard about it a couple weeks ago and then called customer service back and they confirmed it and it was two different people.
Okay, so I need to.
And that's why I'm saying I wonder if it's the amount of perks she actually had,
Interesting.
because she had 2,000 perks.
Yeah.
So I put the message on there for you, and then my VA knows how this works, but at the bottom where it says Plexus perks and how to earn, that should be the video link. And so I just went and grabbed the video link and I've thrown that down below. So if you're gonna copy and paste the message I have for you, although I've seen there's a few more that have popped up. I used to use one that was much longer. I am finding that this one that is shorter and to the point and how can I help you has worked much better. So if you're going to use the message I sent, just make sure you grab the video. And then what looks like Whitney put it there for you too. We'll do that for.
Can I add something?
Yeah.
My voice is hoarse this morning, but sometimes with my ambassadors, they they forgot to put Probio 5 in the order or something. So they're like, they go in and edit their subscription and then they're below 100. So then they're in jeopardy of losing their perks. So a lot of times it's just educating, like to let them know, okay, if you need to order one product, like do it as a one-time order. And a lot of times they don't realize, they think that as long as it's in when it ships, when it processes. So a lot of times it'll sit there and they'll edit their order and they're going to go back later and figure out what they're going to add to it. And they've got under 100 PV. So sometimes they don't understand if it's just sitting there that they can lose it. So you're right in Stacey, just in educating them about that and they appreciate it if you say, oh, you're going to lose $70, so it helps them. But my question is that if they've canceled their subscription, and they have to put in another subscription, the only thing they can do is process it now. They can't process it to run in a week or on payday that month. And I called customer service and they said, you can call us and we can choose a date, but the system does not allow it to choose a date to process later. But you can do that online chat or you can call customer service. They can put the subscription, create the subscription and choose a later date. So sometimes they might be waiting for payday or something. But they don't want to do it today, but they don't want to lose their perks.
So I appreciate what everyone is sharing and I think it's great information. As far as the way that I have been using it though, it is to help people. I guess I'm using it to, quite frankly, my advantage. And that's what I think we're really supposed to be using it for, right? I want you to know that these perks are attached to your subscription, which is really important. And here's why your subscription is important. And so if you, this is something that retention, it's a retention tool and that's what I want to use it for. So I don't want people to, redeem them here or there or whatever. I want them to be redeemed with their next subscription that is over 100 PV. And for me, that's the way that it's going to continue to work. I think the way that it is designed to work, which is as a retention tool. Does that make sense? Okay. So that gives you an idea. You may or may not have people on your perks report today. If you do, you can grab those messages, and it looks like quite a few of you are already doing that, and that's fantastic. The other tool that I think is just a gold mine in our back office is the Fast Start report. And again, it's something that I still don't utilize fully the way that I need to, but oh my gosh, there's so much great information there. And this is what I will share with you. I, for 5, almost 6 years, have been an incredible recruiter. Like, I can recruit, but then I wasn't helping the people that I brought in with me to understand the business component and to grow and to expand. And I wasn't helping them to get to silver and have some people on their team and then move to senior silver and et cetera. And so you guys, if you're not doing this, I've just started doing it. After almost 6 years, I figured out the secret. And I will tell you, I am praying that they keep the 369 incentive, because that has been huge for me. That has gotten me out of my, like, I'm not sharing this business thing because I don't want, it has gotten me out of that. And I helped someone make over $1,800 last month. That has changed their life. $1,800, because I was able to step by step help her get 3 people. There's 410. And then help her get 3 more people. Well, with the 369, there's another $200 bonus. Not to mention the commission you get paid. And then get to 9 people. Well, there's another $200 bonus. And so again, it is step by step. So Leslie has asked, how do I explain it? And this is what I will tell you. We're just talking about the first 3 people at first. So I'm not laying out the whole 369. I'm just talking with them about, if you were to have 3 people join you, which is fantastic, talk about the whole thing, that it's where it's proven that people who have accountability partners are more successful, all that sort of thing. But if they have just 3 people join them, then they get $410. 1 is $35. And 3 is $410. So sometimes I've said, just grab an accountability partner. And I will share with them, oh my gosh, that's great. You just made $35 for having that friend join you. Now, if you find, look at how easy that was. If you find 2 more friends, now you're going to get a total of $410. You guys, that's a huge jump. It's a huge jump. So once they do the 3, then it's like, okay, look at how easy that was to do that. Now, if you have 3 more friends join you, there's another $200. And so you can I love the 369, and I'm so hopeful that they keep it, because it's been really, really helpful to, like I said, break me finally out of my shell to where I'm willing to help people. And as you find that you're helping people to change their life with the income, then you're going to start sharing the business. And this is what I shared with somebody recently. For almost 6 years, I have easily talked to people about the products and how life-changing they are. But I am now, thank God, realizing that the business opportunity is even more impactful. And I've withheld that from people. And I feel so badly right now, because I have someone who I didn't talk to her about Fast Start. She had 5 people last month and 10 people this month. And so I'm watching all these people now that I'm helping to Fast Start are making double or more the amount of money that this sweet friend that I didn't share with her when she started almost a year ago about Fast Start. Ooh, that's a tough lesson I learned. So let's take a look really quickly. And then Rebecca, I'll come back and answer your question in just a second. Oh, nope, hold on. I was going to try to just minimize. Let me share my screen again and see if I can recognize. You know what was throwing me? I didn't realize it, but I was in my husband's account and things looked weird. And I was looking at names. I'm like, that shouldn't be there. Why is that there? So I think that was what was throwing me the last time. So now I'm in my own account. Okay, go. And let's look at fast start. So if you double click on next goal, or actually just single click, sorry, it's going to give you all the information about the people who are in your fast start 30. These are now people I am reaching out to make sure we have talked with them. And I don't call it fast start. I don't call it anything. I ask them if we've talked with them yet about our amazing referral program. So I'm using the verbiage of referral program. So these are the people that I'm going to check out or check in with because they are, you know, getting close to their fast start 30. But then I have some other people that I'll just go through and make sure. I have some people that are close to, got someone close to fast start senior gold. She only needs, I think, like 2 more people. So I've been reaching out to her every day and kind of updating her on where she's at. And so I just think that that is super, super important to really pay attention to know where it is. I was able to reach out to one of my business builders and say, hey, do you realize that you're only, and this was like 5 days ago, you're only 85 points from Ruby. This is a goal he's had for a few months now. And I got to tell him, and he hadn't realized it. So we need to take some time to help people to notice where they are and what they're doing. And that has been so helpful. So I was able to tell him he's 85. Now I think he's like 60 points from Ruby. And, you know, I know he's going to end up getting there. And Crystal is, I think, only 10 points from Fast Start Senior Gold. And I have Mary, who is 1 point, you guys. She's 1 point from gold. But of course, she's going to get it because it's only the 22nd of the day. So these are conversations that I have had with people that I have not had with anybody in almost 6 years of doing this. And I've wanted to get to the top. So I'm just going to tell you that you've got to get out of your own way. You have to get out of your own way if you want to help people. And the other thing, people will tell you all the time when you talk with them, and you really have to listen because I'm finally listening. I thought I was just going to keep on rising, right? Doing it all on my own. I'm a do it all on my own type of girl. Well, that got me to gold real quick. But then I stalled for 4 years. And then that got me to senior gold. And then that did not get me to Ruby. What got me to Ruby is that I started helping other people. I started helping other people. And you know what? I am right now, my goal was to get to 650 points at the end of this month to set myself up to finally reach Senior Ruby next month. But as I looked at where James' points were and that he was close to Ruby and where Crystal's points were and she's close to Fast Start Senior Gold and where Mary is and she's close to gold. Now I'm like, heck, I'm going for it this month. I had projected myself at 650 points about 4 days ago, and I'm like, it is only the 18th of the month. I am absolutely going for it. I might not make it, but I'm going to get darn close, and I'm going to set myself up that I will absolutely 100% make it in October. And I'm going to tell you something. I am a totally different person than I was even 6 months ago. Because I'm paying attention to my virtual office. I'm paying attention to my team members' points. I'm paying attention to how I can help them. And as I help them, I rise. As I help them, I'm rising. And so if you're doing the same thing that I did for 5.5 years and you think I'm just going to do this on my own, I'm going to tell you that you're not. And that is said with all of the love in my heart. All right, so I have questions, I think. Let me just look real quick. Okay. Leslie, you were asking, how do you explain it? Did I already answer that? I think. Okay. So Rebecca asked, are you having a party for them or having them connect with you? That is a great question. And honestly, I really feel like in the last 2 months, I finally have a system, right? We all search for those systems and we're all like, oh, I just feel like I'm swimming among trying all these different systems. I feel like I finally have a system, and we've got about 9 minutes. Is that okay, Jennifer? Is it all right if I keep talking? Yeah. I guess that's yes. Okay, perfect. So here's what I do. I have actually, yes, I have done 15-minute messenger parties. Yes, I've done Zooms, but nope, I'm not doing any of those right now. And my team so far this month has 31 people. I know that we're going to have at least 40 and we're gunning for 50. And that is not, again, something that I would have ever said 6 months ago. I would have been thrilled with 10 people team-wide. So this is what I've been doing that has been really super helpful and is just like boom, boom, boom. Okay. They are doing posts. They're doing the initial post. And this is what I tell them. You want that post to create curiosity. It should say nothing about Plexus. It should not have any bag or bottle or whatever that says Plexus. You want to create curiosity. So it's super simple. I'll ask them, what are your goals with the products? And so I'm getting them to share right away. And it will say something like, I am ready to work on the best version of myself. I am hoping to have more energy, sleep better, and lose a little bit of weight. So far, I am tickled pink. That's it. They post a picture of themselves with their pink drink for the first time when they have it. They post it, and then it becomes curiosity. And one person says, gosh, I want those things. What are you doing? Tell me more. What is that pink drink? And so it's just the piece of, I will private message you. You don't want to have the person given all the information in the comments, because then there's no reason for anyone else to contact you. They can go and do their own research, and we know that that is not good. Okay. So when they say, I will PM you, the private message, and I give them a message that they can use, says something like this. Thanks so much for asking. I'm super excited about this, but I'm really new. I just started. If it's okay with you, I'm going to start a 3-way message with my friend Stacey. She's my product guru. Okay, question mark. Then they start a 3-way message with me. Hey, Stacey, this is my friend so-and-so. She is interested in hearing more about our products, and I told her you were my product guru. Can you help us? Absolutely. And basically, instead of puking Plexus all over people, which I was super famous for doing because I was so excited about it, it is now this. I would love to help you by answering questions and making product recommendations, but it's super helpful if you would start with your health goals. If you'd share your health goals with me, that's super helpful. They share their health goals. I say, that's great. Thank you so much for sharing. Here are 2, I don't say this part, but I share 2 209 welcome packs. Again, something else I didn't do 6 months ago, but I'm doing it. I share 2 209 welcome packs first. And then I share a 109 welcome pack. And I say, take a look at those 3 and let me know which one interests you most. If I happen to share the triplex and they say that one, I send the triplex video next. If not, then I send the microbiome videos. So if you're not using those 2 super short videos that corporate gave us, they're very well done. The one is the plexus triplex. If you go to YouTube and search it, you will find it. Use that. The other one is plexus microbiome. Use that. And then I will say, take a peek at this and let me know what resonates with you. And then they will. And then at the end of that, I say, what questions do you have, or are you ready to get started? That's it. And then we're signing people up. So I don't have to do all the other things. We don't have to, at this point, do the Zooms. We don't have to, because getting people involved in the 3-way messages is working right now. And I'm not going to say that's going to work forever. But when something is working, you don't switch it, right? You just keep riding that out until it stops, and then you change and you do something different. So that's that part. Let's see. No. Sorry, it got back down. Can you, oh, I don't want to make you cry. All right, I think I saw one more. Can you explain the categories of fast start? I can do my best real quick. We have a few more minutes. So fast 30 is the first category. That is their first 30 days. And that is if they were to get 3 people, it's essentially fast start silver. And like I had somebody in their first 30 do fast start silver, fast start senior silver, fast start gold, but in fast start 30, if they get 3 people, they're getting double the bonus. So instead of $100, they get an additional $100. So $200 for that. Then once they're done with their 30 days from wherever they started, it becomes the end of the month. So it becomes the month, and you'll see that in your report. So you get the first 30 days to fast start silver, essentially. The next month to fast start senior silver, the next month to fast start gold, the next month to fast start senior gold. And I'm trying to think of how many months it goes to, 5 or 6? 5? Whitney says 5. I see 5. And you guys, that's super incredible, because again, I fast started gold, but you only had, in the old days, you only had 1 month to do it. You had 30 days to get as high as you could get to fast start. Plexus is now giving people 5 months to get double the bonus. That's an incredible tool for us to use. Super incredible tool. Okay, I'm just making sure. I don't think there's any more. Does that help? Who asked that question? Lori, does that help? I don't know if I can see you. 3-way messages are so effective, Tabitha says. Yes, and they're quick. And it's just straight and to the point. Do you have them send a link for sign up? Nope, most of the time we're signing them up right over the phone. It drives me banana cakes to send directions and send a link, because guess what? Most of the time I'm having to fix the problem that was created because of that. So get on the phone, either you or your team member, and sign them up that way. Yay, all good, tears. All right. Okay. I think we did it. It's 11:59. I had like 4 more things I wanted to share with you, but that's what happens when I get off on a tangent. I'm super sorry. I'll reel myself in next time.
No, you won't. No, you will not, Missy. And just save those things for Monday, because you're hired. Sara did amazing too. And I'm still working on my stories. I guess I overthink things. Y'all, I think we should commit to do what Stacey shared, of going ahead and getting everybody that's in our organization, especially our 1s and 2s, making that post and going ahead and pushing them out of their comfort zone. I know that Suzanne did not give me an option. And I remember thinking that was odd, but at the same time, I appreciated the guidance. She just said, I want you to go ahead and make this post and get 3 friends. And I thought, that's really embarrassing. I'm going to find out I have no friends, and then she's going to laugh at me. but that's not true, right? So those are the lies that we tell ourselves. And I'm sure other people are doing the same thing. And I'll never forever, ever forget Stacey telling me about how long she'd been with Plexus and then just watching the momentum pick up in her business. It just should show you that you never know what's around the corner. So inspirational. And I also, Stacey, the first time I met you, I was like, that woman and her wallpaper, I'm in love. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm going to keep working. Thanks for not making me turn my camera on, and we will see each other Monday.